Happy Monday, friends. Setting up my stuff. I'm trying a new software, so bear with me. Hopefully you can see me well and you can hear me. I do see that there's a small lag. So hopefully on your end, everything is working well. Happy Monday. Perfect. All right. All right. So we are going to start. Welcome. Happy Monday. I hope you guys had an awesome, restful weekend, and that you're ready to tackle another amazing week. So this morning, I wanted to talk about something that I think is extremely valuable for anyone in business. And it's something that you may know about, but you may not be thinking about every single day as you're doing all the things, as you're working your business. Good morning, Jacqueline. As you are, getting set up in your day, in your week, you're hiring, you're creating lesson plans, whatever it is that you're doing. These are three things that you may not necessarily be thinking about, that I'd love to share with you so that you may keep them in the back of your mind every single day when you're doing your thing in your business. So whether that's a new business, whether you're just starting out, because I know how hard it is to kind of focus on anything else other than what is in front of us at that moment, especially when we're brand new and we've been dreaming about this day for a long time, and you don't want to screw it up, and you're just doing all the things, trying to manage it all. You forget the bigger picture of business and success, and why you decided not to go into a 9-to-5 job and really just put all your energy into working for yourself, right? So for those of you that are brand new, welcome. My name is Christina Rizakos. I am a new homeschooling mom of 4. I am an early childhood educator by trade. I myself had my own, I opened my own daycare center or childcare center, whatever you want to call it, back in 2004 when I was 24, and I worked it for 16 years. I sold it right before the pandemic hit. Amazing timing, by the way. And now I focus on working online. So I help other business owners with things like policies, Facebook ads, and just really getting their day-to-day operations ready. I am the founder of ProfitableDaycare.com as well as Elevated Childcare CEO. So today I wanted to focus on something that is extremely valuable, as I mentioned before, which is the 3 secrets to a successful childcare business, okay? Because sometimes I think when we go into business, we think it's all about the strategies and all about the business and the hacks and the marketing and the Facebook ads. And I'm not going to say those things aren't important, because obviously they are, right? You have to be on top of all of those things. But there are other things that you may not necessarily be thinking about that are going to help you become successful, right? They're going to help you be happy every single day when you open up your doors, when you start greeting the kids, when you start hiring. You are going to be a better, more successful leader, boss, director, okay? So the first success secret that I want to share with you is I want you to define success for yourself. Because it's so easy for us to get caught up in what success is, right? What does success mean? But in reality, it's different for everyone out there, right? My definition of success is probably not the same as yours. So I'll give you a quick example. When I ventured off and I started my business, I didn't think that I want to be a millionaire one day, or I want to have so much money to be able to buy anything. What success was for me, was to be able to call the shots at work, to work with amazing people, to be in charge of the program, to hire the right type of staff, to work with my ideal customer, to be able to work with my sister together because we ran the daycare together, to have that sense of a family-run business. I wanted to have the freedom to be at home whenever I wanted. I wanted to have the freedom to take the summer off and not have to worry financially, or not have to worry about the business going under. That's what success was to me. Okay. But to you, it might mean something completely different. So before you start defining success as what you think you should be defining it as, maybe you're comparing yourself to other business owners in your area. Maybe you've seen TV shows and you've seen all these glorious things and you think, oh my God, that's what success is. No, just stop and think for a second. What does your ideal life and business look like? Write it down on a piece of paper. And then just think about that every single day when you're making decisions in your business, right? That's the first secret to success. Know exactly what success means to you, so you can envision it. And you know that once you reach that yes, you have achieved what you've been working so hard to do, right? And it might take you a few months, it might take you a few years, but at least you know where you're headed, right? You're not trying to be someone else. You're not trying to reach someone else's goals. You're really just living your life and running your business the way you want to run it, right? In a way that aligns with you and your values and your beliefs. And you're basically doing things that bring you joy every single day. And you're doing things that are consistently going to bring you closer to that success, that picture of success that you have in your mind, okay? So that's the first thing you have to get clear on. The second secret to success is optimizing day-to-day operations, okay? So without going into extreme detail, because I could talk about this forever, if you are going to work every single day, you have a picture of your successful life, you know exactly what you're working towards to, but then you find yourself every single day putting out fires, right? So doing the same things over and over, things that you know should have been dealt with by someone else or should have been dealt with already in your business, right? So for example, when I wasn't feeling successful in my business, I found myself really overwhelmed and burnt out because I was doing the same things over and over. I was making sure that, for example, we had enough toilet paper for the month. I would worry about things like inventory in the kitchen. I would be answering the same questions to customers about payments. I found myself answering the same things to my same questions to my staff. And I thought to myself, okay, well, I can't be spending energy doing things like that in my day-to-day operations, right? I should be focused on other things to grow my business, right? To get me to that success that I wanted for myself. And what I figured out was that I was not set up with my day-to-day operations, right? So I would basically kind of, when they say you throw spaghetti on the wall and you see what sticks, that's what I was doing. I didn't have systems in place. I felt like I was always starting from ground zero every time we had an event, every time I had to write a newsletter, every time we had a registration, every time we had to hire someone. There was no system set before to kind of help me, guide me, and really just optimize my time so I wasn't stuck doing the same things over and over. And I wasn't happy. Like that was not making me feel successful at all. It kind of annoyed me, to tell you the truth. And I knew that I had a problem with my day-to-day operations. I knew that I had to start really just making decisions and getting clear on certain things, right? Things that I wanted to be in charge of, things that the other director could be in charge of, and things that my staff could be in charge of that I didn't necessarily need to be on top of them, making sure they did a good job, right? So I started outsourcing. I started delegating. I started creating policies and guidelines, right? And I did that in a way where if I was in the office or if I wasn't in the office and someone showed up for a tour, well, the staff, the lead educator knew exactly what she had to do because I had already created a system for it. When we had a new teacher to onboard, I wasn't scrambling trying to find all the paperwork. Everything was neatly placed in a binder that was labeled onboarding process, and I knew exactly what I had to do, okay? So if you feel like you are kind of stuck in the same spot, doing the same things, you may have a day-to-day operations problem, and it's totally fixable, right? You just have to think to yourself, okay, what do I struggle with every single month? Write it down in a list and then think of the policies and the procedures you can create to kind of ease your load, right? So depending on how big your business is, maybe this is not something that you can do. Let's say if you're running a small daycare, like a home daycare, but if you have at least one or two staff members that are working for you in your business, you can definitely start thinking about how can you take the load off of you and kind of like share it with people around you, right? So definitely think about that. If you are thinking that you're stuck, again, day-to-day operations, investing your time in the proper things and letting go of the other things that someone else can definitely take care of. And I also want to mention that even if you have a home daycare, you can still delegate and outsource things. I mean, there's so many resources out there that you can look at. There are freelancers that you can hire that don't even live in the same country as you, but they can help you with updating your email list or help you with your Facebook ads, or they can help you with, creating some type of template for your newsletters. They can be updating your website. They can do so many little things for you that you don't have to be worrying about all the time, okay? And the third secret to success, the last secret to success, is the biggest one. It's having the right mindset. In business, you're going to hear me say this over and over and over. 80% is your mindset, what you have in here. And 20% is really just learning the skills, right? Anyone can learn how to develop a website. Anyone can learn how to write a policy booklet. Anyone can learn how to hire someone properly. But if you don't have the right mindset going in, then nothing else is going to matter. Okay. Nothing else is going to matter. It doesn't matter if you have the best program, the best staff. It doesn't matter if you're not investing in yourself, if you're not consistently growing, if you're not working on yourself to be a better leader, a better speaker, a better business owner. Nothing else is gonna work in your business. And I think this is something that we don't really focus on, especially as childcare business owners. And I can attest to this. When I started, for me, it was all about strategies and how many people can I sign up, and that's all I focused on. I never thought about mindset. It wasn't how I grew up. It wasn't what I saw my parents do. My father was a business owner, and I never saw him invest in himself on his mindset or any of that. It was always just hustle, hustle, hustle. Make sure you're at the daycare or at the business as much as you possibly can, and that was it. When I kind of stopped in my when I was running the business, I think it was like 5-6 years into it, I had to stop and really just focus on what was happening, because I was extremely overwhelmed. My neighbor would see me go, and like I would walk in the house carrying my bag, and I looked like I had the weight of the world on my shoulders. And I remember one time she told me, "Oof, la bad, you look exhausted." And I remember thinking to myself, oh my gosh, because here I was telling everybody I love what I was doing. I love my business. I was a business owner. I was so proud of that. But internally, I was so overwhelmed and stressed out. And I thought that no one understood. No one understood what I was going through every single day. And I really had to take a step back and just think to myself, whoa, okay, because it was affecting everything. I was a bitchier wife. I wasn't a very patient mother. As a business owner, I was focusing on all the things except, kind of nurturing that relationship I had with my clients and my staff. And everybody would feel it, right? Everybody felt it. So when I had to kind of pause for a moment and kind of do an audit of what was going on, was this what I wanted? Was this what success was to me? The answer was no. So I had to get real clear on that and really kind of create new habits for myself. And that's when I really started investing in myself and my mindset. And again, this does not have to be something that you're going to be doing hours every single day, but I started off really, really small. So at that moment, I had young kids, and I knew that my time was extremely limited. Okay, so I had started waking up a little bit earlier every single morning, so that I can feel that I had kind of control over the day versus the kids waking me up and me scrambling to do everything and get out the door, right? So I started kind of waking up 30 minutes before, taking my time. Sometimes I would work out. Sometimes I would journal. I started meditating, which was something that was never a part of my family's life ever. I didn't grow up with family like this. So I started meditating, and then I felt the benefits. And then I started with an audiobook here and there. I started buying books and reading them and sharing what I was learning. And then I moved into more business style mindset, podcasts and audiobooks. And I felt the difference. It took some time, but once the habit was set, then I knew that I had changed, that I was changing. And you know what? The proof was when one day, one of my teachers, I remember her, I was walking in the hallway and she kind of looked at me. She said, "Christina," I go, "Yeah." She's like, "What are you doing differently?" "What do you mean?" She goes, "You just look different. You look different lately." They were happier because I was having great conversations with them. And it wasn't just about, did you do this or did you do that? But it was more about themselves as well. Like, I wanted to know about their goals. I wanted to know what was next for them. Did they see themselves as they working in the daycare forever? Or did they have other dreams that, other things that they wanted to do? And when they felt that from me, I think that kind of made our bond stronger. And they felt that they were loved and appreciated, and that I wasn't just a boss, right? I was someone they could come talk to, someone that understood. And then they, in return, kind of had better relationships amongst themselves. The staff, obviously, you want your staff to get along. And obviously, the kids were happier, the parents were happier. So definitely think about investing in your mindset, really just cultivating a mindset for success, making sure that you know what you're listening to, making sure that you know that everything that you listen to, whether you want to believe it or not, affects you. So if you have, let's say, the news in the background and all you hear is the bad news all day long, well, guess what? It's going to affect your mindset. It's going to affect everything that you do throughout the day. So again, thinking of your mind. That's, how I explain it like this. I think of my mind like my house. I wouldn't want to have garbage lying around my house, right? So why would you want that in your mind? Declutter that out. Focus on all the amazing things that you're so capable of all the abundance that is yours. And everything else, just kind of like push it to the side and never look back. And it takes work. It takes some time. But once you really get in the habit of really working on your skills as a boss, as a leader, then your business feels it, your staff feels it, your clients feel it. And then the kids get the best out of everyone, which is what you really want. So there you have it, my 3 secrets of a successful childcare business. I hope you enjoyed the training. If you did, let me know in the comments. Let me see if there are any questions. Yes, Jacqueline, a virtual assistant. Yeah. So there are a few websites you can go on and check out. One is freelancer.com. The other one is upwork.com and fiverr.com. I will actually put them in the comments underneath so you can check those out. But I have hired people to do all sorts of things on those websites. You basically post a request. So let's say you're looking for someone to develop your logo. So you post a request. And you say, I'm looking for someone to create a logo for a childcare center. This is my budget. I need it by this time. And then you're going to see people are going to start reaching out to you and asking you the details. And then you find the perfect fit for you. And once you approve their work, they get paid, and that's it. So you don't have to think about it anymore. And a lot of these virtual assistants are just so amazing. So if you do find one that kind of clicks with you, then I would definitely use them over and over and over. They're extremely skilled at so many things. You can be amazed at the types of services they provide for any type of business, whether you're brick and mortar or online. I've used them for a lot of things. So yeah, I'll post them underneath so you can go check those out. And let me know what you guys thought of this video. I do have a live masterclass on the 20th. So it's going to be in live time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. You can ask me questions, we can interact. And I'm going to be talking about how to run, operate, and grow a fully booked and successful childcare business. And I think it's something that you will definitely want to check out, especially if you're new or struggling. This is the perfect masterclass for you. It's free to join. It's going to be around 45 minutes long. So again, 8 p.m. on the 20th. I'll post the link in the comments. You can go and check that out. And that's it. So I hope you guys have an awesome Monday, and I will see you guys again this week. Bye.